Would you believe it if I told you that one of the finest golfers of our time wasn't some old pro with decades of experience on golf tours, but a young woman who started breaking down barriers before she could even drive a car or a bike? Lydia Ko came from being just a New Zealand golfing sensation to being a global icon, capturing majors, Olympic medals, and breaking records at every opportunity. In this video, we go right inside the remarkable life of the golf icon Dame Lydia Ko, the golfing world #1 as a teenager, 3-time Olympic medalist, and living legend in the sport. With the nickname Lids, she is not restricted by any lid at all. This is her story, her legacy, her journey of growing from being a child genius to holding the status of a living legend. The sport golf has been one where experience and patience are usually rewarded. Lydia Ko has not followed the rules since day one. From her earliest days wielding a golf club as a toddler in New Zealand to being at the top of Olympic podiums and of course rewriting record books alongside, Ko has grown to build one of the finest careers in golf of recent history. In 2025, she is not just an LPGA Hall of Famer that you watch wield a golf club, but is now Dame Lydia Ko, having received a damehood as one of the youngest individuals in the new generation to receive the honor. She has a back of doing things really early. Lydia Ko was born April 24th, 1997 in Seoul, South Korea. She moved with her family to New Zealand at age 4 and became a citizen when she was 12 years old. Her introduction to golf came almost by accident when her mother brought her into the pro shop at Auckland North Shore's Papauki Golf Club that was owned by Guy Wilson, who would later become Ko's coach for nearly 10 years. What would you call that? Destiny! Lydia Ko's parents, father Ko Gil Hong and mother Hyun Bong Suk, played a major role in what her career is today. Her success story would be incomplete without their names and sacrifices. For reasons best known to her parents, or maybe because they knew she was special, she was raised slightly differently and was tougher than the other kids. Like how Earl Woods treated Tiger Woods to become the best golfer. In a quite similar way, Ko's parents wanted her to excel professionally and so intervened in many ways to make this happen, and the starting place was in the way she was brought up. At age 5, Ko was already hitting clubs, and just 2 years later was noticed by the media at age 7 competing in the New Zealand Amateur National Championships. Her incredible talent was witnessed. Ko balanced education and training by attending Morangi Bay Primary School and then Pinehurst School in Albany, New Zealand. Even as her professional life went on, she entered correspondence courses of studies and additionally became a part of Korea University's extramural psychology programs. Her coach in 2016, David Leadbetter, once said, "They tell her when to go to bed, what to eat, what to wear, when to practice, and what to practice." Lydia Ko didn't deny this and responded, "I think I have, yes, sometimes been too reliant on my parents because I am so used to being with them." But 8 years after that interview, she's known and understood them better. She recalled her childhood and the intensive practice sessions she had to attend after school every weekend in an interview with The Woman's Day, a New Zealand-based publication in 2024. Lydia Ko said, "Sometimes they've said things that upset me, but it's out of love, and now I'm older, I understand better than when I was 10, hearing my mom say, 'Go do that.' I'm here because of them." Contrary to the criticism that her parents garnered for raising her, Ko knew that they were tough because they wished her success. And up until this time, it would be fair to say that the number of awards Ko has attained may be credited to their constant encouragement and how they pushed her to excel. While Lydia Ko was breaking records all over the world on golf courses, it was her parents who gave much of the course in order to transport her there. Because her talent would perhaps never have seen the light of day, Ko highlighted what her mother did for her and sacrificed her way of life. It was the 2018 season, and the Kiwi Pro was about to tee up at the British Open, having just missed the cut at the Women's Scottish Open. Before teeing up at the major, Ko had an interview with CNN during which she talked about her mom and how she has been an enormous inspiration to her. Talking about her mother, "She's pretty much devoted her life to me. As an amateur, she drove me to the New Zealand amateurs, would fly over here to the States, would rent a car, and even at those times, at the age of 11 or 12, we didn't really have a GPS, so she printed out sheets with road maps and directions to go to these places that could be 4 to 5 hours away." Phew, that must have been a lot. Ko's teen years were a series of firsts. on January 29, 2012 at 14 years old. She won the Bingley Samsung Women's NS Styles Open on the ALPG Tour, becoming the youngest player in history to win a pro golf event. That stood for a while until Canadian Brooke Henderson broke it later that year. But Ko was just getting started. Ko won the CN Canadian Women's Open on the LPGA Tour in August 2012 at the age of 15 years and 4 months, the youngest winner in LPGA Tour history. The victory placed her among the game's greatest golfers. Even more amazingly, she defended the title in 2013, proving herself a special amateur talent who could dominate pros. She was indeed a prodigy. By the fourth quarter of 2013, Ko had achieved a first for female golfers in recent history, twice winning LPGA Tour events, all while being an amateur. Ko turned pro late in 2013, with the whole golfing world watching her every move. Ko's transition to the professional league games was flawless. In 2014, she was featured by Time magazine as one of its 100 most influential people, and she appeared on the ESPNW Impact 25 list. Her composure, humility, and dominance made her a global icon, especially to aspiring female sportspeople. On the 2nd of February 2015, Lydia Ko reached world number 1 in the Women's World Golf Rankings at 17 years, 9 months, and 9 days old, becoming the youngest golfer, male or female, to do so. It was symbolic more than anything. It also marked a remarkable consistency and dominance of the game beyond her years. Later in the year, Ko captured her first major trophy, the Evian Championship in France. At 18 years, 4 months, 20 days, she posted a final round 63, a then career low score in a major final round. In 2016, she added to that with a win at the ANA Inspiration, becoming the youngest player to win 2 majors. Lydia Ko's golf dominance goes far beyond the LPGA Tour. She's not just a tour winner, but a winner at the grandest stage of world sport. When golf returned to the Olympics in 2016, Ko marked the historic occasion by winning the silver medal at the Rio de Janeiro Games. At the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, which was initially scheduled for 2021 due to the pandemic, she added a bronze to her trophy cabinet. But the crowning moment was at the 2024 Paris Olympics, when she claimed the gold medal, becoming the only golfer in modern Olympic history to claim all 3 medals across 3 games. Impressive! That gold medal meant more than a victory, Ko said. It symbolized my journey, the ups and downs, and my love for the game. That wasn't all from the talented golfer. Her Paris gold medal victory also made her an inductee into the LPGA Hall of Fame, the 35th and youngest member at 27 years of age. After a brief transitional period and fewer victories from 2018 to 2020, Ko re-emerged as a force to be held in women's golf. She set the record for lowest closing round in a women's major in 2021 with a 62 at ANA Inspiration. She ended the season in 2022 by winning the CME Group Tour Championship, earning the $2 million check. She was the LPGA Player of the Year, Bear Trophy winner, and leading money winner that season. In 2023, despite not winning any LPGA events, Ko showed off how international she was by winning the Aramco Saudi Ladies International and the Grant Thornton Invitational with Jason Day. Winning locals and abroad are a good testament of excellent sportsmanship, and she's got it. But it was 2024 that saw Ko return to remind us all of her talent. She started the year by winning the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions and finished it with her Olympic gold in August. Just weeks later, she won the AIG Women's Open on the storied Old Course at St. Andrews, which is her 3rd major championship. She followed that up with a win in the Kroger Queen City Championship, her first 2 consecutive LPGA titles since 2016. And in March 2025, she continued her sizzling run with a victory at the HSBC Women's World Championship in Singapore. Her impact on the sport goes beyond medals. In 2016, she received Young New Zealander of the Year. In 2019, she became a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit for her services to golf. But in 2025, she climbed to the pinnacle of a new peak when she was appointed Dame Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, becoming the youngest dame or knight in recent history in New Zealand. Apart from playing, Ko is a player director with the LPGA board, responsible for planning into the future for women's golf. She is a voice to be reckoned with, advocating for more globalization, representation, and equal treatment of women players. Ko has maintained her meteoric rise in her golf career, creating balance with her simple private life. On December 30, 2022, she married Chung Jun, the son of Hyundai Card Vice Chairman Chung Tae-young, during a Myeongdong Cathedral wedding in Seoul. Even as she became a global phenomenon, Ko is unassuming and reflective about her journey. "Golf has given me everything," she once said, "but what I value most are the lessons, the importance of humility, hard work, and gratitude." At 28 years old, Lydia Ko's legacy is as unshakable as gold. She has touched the lives of so many little girls all around the world to grab a golf club and go chase big dreams. With her record-breaking wins, major championships, and historic Olympic medal sweep, she has solidified her position among the all-time greats. But if you ask her why she does it, it's not for fame. "I just want to keep getting better," she says with a smile. "I love the game. I'm still learning, and there's always another challenge." That passion, which translates to the love of competition, the thirst for improvement, and affection for the game, which is not found in many, is what makes Lydia Ko a once-in-a-generation player. From being a New Zealand phenomenal sportsman to a global legend and nation's dame, Ko's tale isn't one of luck, but of love, dedication, hard work, sacrifice, and support from family. Despite Lydia Ko's life being touched by record-breaking victories and international acclaim, it has not been entirely free of challenges. These challenges have only made her stronger and tougher. Underneath the success and shiny awards is one of immense pressure, public scrutiny, self-doubt, and the emotional roller coaster experience that comes with standing at the top, most especially for someone who grew up right in front of the limelight. One of Ko's biggest challenges came in the mid to late 2000s and 10s, just right after her quick and impressive rise to world #1. Having dominated the golfing world as a teenager, record-breaking expectations were suddenly being applied. Fans and media began to approach every tournament she didn't win as a letdown. The pressure of living up to her status as a golf prodigy began to get to her. Adding to making her professional life more stressful were frequent shuffles in her professional team. Between 2013 and 2021, Ko changed coaches multiple times, from longtime coach Guy Wilson to celebrity coaches like David Leadbetter and Gary Gilchrist. Each change generated new criticism as analysts questioned whether she was losing her identity as a golfer. Similarly, she changed caddies a number of times, a move that gained even more publicity and speculation. The instability made it hard for her to rebuild her confidence on the golf course. Ko herself later admitted to struggling with trying to please everyone else in her life. "There were times that I felt like I was hearing too many voices and not hearing my own," she disclosed in an open interview. She tended to let other people's expectations overshadow her own intuitive feel, leading to sloppy shows and second-guessing herself. Between 2018 and 2020, Ko's game was way below her standard. She went through a long drought without a major LPGA win, and her world ranking took a dip. For a player who at times seemed unbeatable, it was a humbling experience. The criticism was aimed at whether or not she had peaked too early. Pressure mounted with each event, and the public mindset began to shift from admiration to concern. Outside of the golf course, Ko also had to battle the pressure of being able to keep life as a young woman in the public eye. From dealing with fame, cultural expectations, and her own ambition to dealing with media reports that were more about her changing and less about her golf, Ko faced an unusual level of scrutiny. Her appearance and demeanor were even sometimes criticized, revealing the brash reality of being a female athlete competing at a very high-profile sport. All these didn't deter her. She remained solid and firm through it all. Few stand taller than Lydia Ko in women's golf. Ko, who began golfing at the age of 5, has shattered more records than it is possible to count since then, including becoming the youngest golfer to become world #1 in professional golf at age 17, and the youngest golfer enshrined in the LPGA Hall of Fame, to mention a few. But for a golfer who feels there's more to life right now than when I was 15 or even 20, the best will be when she comes back to something she relinquished along the way. Lydia Ko recently sat for an interview where she had a heart-to-heart talk with Gary Williams on 5 Clubs. However, when Williams asked if she had the chance to play college golf in the United States, an excited Ko couldn't help but reply, 100% Stanford. Williams shook his head in understanding. Ko continued, "I'm very fortunate enough to actually practice out a little bit and to kind of interact with the players, both men and women, and the coaches. It's really great, and I feel a bit left out because that's the aspect of my career that I didn't get to do. But I'm the most cardinal non-cardinal." Her husband, however, has been just as much a part of her knowing herself. Ko explained in her interview, "Golf takes up a lot of time, and my my identity is so connected to it, Jun has made me realize I am more than golfer Lydia Ko. But for a golfer who is soon to be entering retirement age at the height of the quest for a career Grand Slam, how does Lydia Ko manage so much pressure and anticipation? Lydia Ko has opened up about her struggles with mental health, particularly in context of her golfing career. At November's CME Group Tour Championships, she had spoken of how she had been struggling mentally and that it is necessary for her to tackle her problems. Ko emphasized that her psychological state is interconnected with her performance on the golf course, going on to say, "Unfortunately, how I play on the golf course affects me off the golf course and vice versa." And in an effort to manage these problems, Ko collaborated with a mental coach for numerous years, and credits the coach with keeping her on task and in clarity. She highlighted the significance of having someone she trusts to talk to, which has played a crucial role in clearing negative thoughts and enhancing her overall well-being. This holistic approach acknowledges that mental health and athletic performance are deeply connected. As she noted, "We're one human being with one brain. Everything kind of melds."